Want to hear a quick, simple, and powerful tip to help boost your score on the GED test? This trick is very simple but very effective, and I'm about to get into the video. But first, if you're new here, know that this is Parker from Test Prep Champions. Welcome to my channel, and I'm here to teach you how to pass the GED fast. And make sure you hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this to help you pass the GED test. So, what I want to talk about in this video is a quick GED test taking trick that is really simple. It's really easy, but it's really powerful. And so the trick is that when you're taking the GED test, never worry about how well you're doing. Now that might sound counterintuitive to what you might think, because it's normal to go into the test and while you're taking it, you worry about how well you're doing, but that's actually going to hurt your score in almost every case, and here's why. I've heard from so many GED test takers that while they were taking the test, they thought that they were going to fail. While they were taking the test, they found so many hard questions that they thought that there was no way that they were possibly going to be able to pass, and they told me that they felt like they were guessing on many questions, and the whole time they felt like they weren't doing well, and then somehow they still ended up passing. So just keep that in mind, that when you go in to take your test, it's not going to help you at all to worry about how well you're doing. Worry about your score once you get the score. If it's good, then you don't even have to worry. If it's bad, then be proud of yourself that you tried to take the GED test. Okay, it's an accomplishment just to go in there and try, because a lot of people don't ever try. A lot of people want to take the GED test, and for whatever reason, they say, oh, tomorrow, next week, next month, I'll get around to studying. They never get around to studying. So just by going in to try the test, you're already way ahead of a lot of people who just never, for whatever reason, they just don't get off the launching pad. So you're ahead of those people. So be proud of yourself. But at the same time, if your score is not a passing score, then just know that you're going to have some work to do. But the point is that, there's time to worry about that score and worry about what you have to do better. If you have to retake the test, is once you've already got that score there and that tells you that you didn't pass, and then you're going to have to retake. While you're taking the test, don't ever worry about how bad you're doing, because there's going to be a mix of questions that vary in difficulty on your test. So if you're well prepared for the GED test, then you're going to get some questions that are going to be easy. You're going to get some questions that you know how to do right away, but you're also going to get some hard questions. No matter how well prepared you are for the GED test, there's inevitably going to be some hard questions, some questions that you've never seen before, no matter how well prepared you are. And the reason that this is going to happen is because they're trying to test you. The GED testing service, they want to test you, so it's not going to be easy. So if you get these hard questions that come up during your test, just keep trying your best. Don't spend too much time on any one question. Just do your best to get that question right. Try to reason your way through each question, but at the end of the day, know that there's no penalty for guessing. So if worst comes to worst, just click an answer, just guess something, flag the question, and then move on. So you can, some people call it flagging, or you can call it marking, but on your test, you're going to have a mark feature. You can mark questions, and then at the end of the test, you can come back to those and review them and take all the time that you have left to try to figure those questions out. But it's best during the test, one of the strategies that works really well for people is to not spend too much time on any one question. If something's hard and after a few minutes of working on it, you're not making any progress, just guess and move on, and make sure you get all the points that you can on easy questions first. And then at the end, if you have any time left over, then go back and take a stab at those hard questions. But if you run out of time, at least you've guessed on those questions. So because there's going to be some hard questions and some tough questions that are going to pop up, it's not going to do you any good to sit there and wonder how well you're doing. Take each question one question at a time. If you have 5 hard questions in a row, then the 6th question, move on to that question. Don't worry about it. Each time you move on from a question, put that question out of your mind and move on to each question. Take it one question at a time. Don't worry about how well you did on the last question. Don't worry about how you're going to do on the next question. Just worry about that one question that you're on, and if after a minute or two of trying you can't get it, just guess and move on to the next question. Put that question out of mind, then mentally focus on the next question. And just take it one question at a time. Don't worry about how well you're doing during the test. Even if it seems like you're failing, even if it seems like you're doing really badly, just keep going. Just know that that is fairly normal, because a lot of GED test takers, and I repeat, a lot of GED test takers, they think that they're going to fail the test. While they're taking the test, they beat themselves up and they think there's no way that I can be doing well, because they have to guess on a lot of questions and they're not sure what they're doing, and then at the end they still ended up passing. I've heard that from so many people. They say, I have no idea how I passed. And so a general theme with the GED test taking is that the harder you work and the more effort you put in and the more you study, the luckier you're going to get. Now that's a famous quote from somebody. I'm not sure who said it, but it goes something like this. The quote is that the harder you work, the luckier you're going to get. Again, I don't know who said that quote. If you want to dig it up, you can put that down in the comments below, but the point here is that that's a general theme with the GED test. The more effort and time that you put into it, the luckier you're going to seem to get. And this is verified by so many students that I've talked to who have taken the GED test. They felt like they were getting crushed during the test, and then afterwards they say, hey, I passed. I have no idea how I did it. Somehow I passed. And the reason that they're passing is because they put the work in, and then they went in there and they gave it their best shot, and then at the end they passed. And they got lucky, so to speak, because they worked really hard and they put that work in. But my point here is that, put the work in, put the time in, and then while you take the test, just take it one question at a time. Don't worry too much about anything. Don't worry about the last question you did. Don't worry about the next question that's going to come up. Worry about that question that you're on. Don't sweat it too much if you can't get it right, because as long as you get about half of the questions right, you're probably going to pass. So this is Parker from Test Prep Champions wishing you the best of luck with your test prep, and I hope that you like this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video.